it going, bros? It's your boy, the Franchise Guy, coming back at you again with another episode of Madden 19 Franchise Mode, the second upload of the day. One more to come after this one. Carson Wentz, Fletcher Cox, both taking home Players of the Week for offense and defense, respectively. I mean, take a look at some quarterbacks. No, we're not drafting any quarterbacks. Straight up, not even worrying about it. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I think this is a waste of time that I am doing and showing all of these, I don't know, scouting reports just because we're not scouting anyone. We're not going to draft any of these guys. But taking on the New York Football Giants, and boy, oh boy, is it going to be a fun little rant time for this next 10 minutes. I guess it's a little less than 10 minutes because we're, what, 40, 50 seconds in so far. It's got a 10-minute total. That's after, like, the minute-long intro, so... Alright, we're going to start off, though. But New York Football Giants, probably one of the single worst opening days for training camp I have ever seen. I mean, I have not been the biggest football fan my entire life. I will not shy off and not admit that. I haven't been the biggest Eagle fan my entire life, you know? Start off as an Eagle fan, no. Then my dad went away, went off to Dubai to start working there, and I'd stopped liking football because the only person who liked football was my dad. So I didn't like football because my mom didn't like football. So when I came back to start liking football, I liked Peyton Manning, I liked Wes Welker. And at that time, they played for the Denver Broncos, so I became a Denver Broncos fan. And when those guys started to retire, guess what? I went back to the Eagles. I just went back to my hometown team. Do I still like the Broncos? Yeah, I tolerate the Broncos. They're pretty cool. They got some nice players on it. But I'm an Eagles fan, straight up. Bleed green, baby. Super Bowl 52 champs. But the New York Football Giants, though, are having probably one of the single worst starts to a season ever. The first day of training camp, and I mean the first day of training camp. Everyone shows up, rookies, vets, those guys. Starts off pretty chill, doing some drills, doing these sorts of things. Having a blast, really. Everyone's excited, end the year at 4-12 again, get a top 2 pick, probably the number 1 pick again. See how they can mess up some other quarterback's career. But hey, guess what? Start the season off not Tua. Probably be the quarterback they draft though at like 1. But Sterling Shepard dislocates his thumb the first day of training camp. Alright, no big deal, it's whatever. It's one freak injury. He's gonna be done for a couple weeks. He'll come back week 1 because they won't play him during preseason. They want to hurt it. They're not gonna play him the rest of training camp because you gotta set it and you gotta let all the ligaments reheal themselves. Because dislocate thumb's a lot worse than it actually sounds, and it's a lot worse than it actually is. But it gets better from there, and I mean it really gets better. Corey Coleman, remember him? The Browns receiver got cut by the Browns. That's how bad he was. Ended up going to the Patriots. Patriots cut him. And then everyone's like, "Oh, the Eagles should get him. The Eagles should get him. They need receiver depth. They need receiver depth." Well, did not go to the Eagles. Went to the New York Football Giants, and did adequate, I guess. He did adequate enough to get another chance with the Giants for this season upcoming. Well, Corey Coleman decided he wanted to tear his not saying he tore his ACL on purpose, but he tore his ACL. A season-ending injury the first day of training camp. Not like the end of the day, like the beginning of the day. He wake up, had his Wheaties, got in his car, put some jams on, was ready to go to work, and he tore his ACL, done for the season. Boy, so you're down 2 receivers you're down 1 receiver for the entire season. The second receiver, your number 1 wide receiver till probably like the first, second week of the actual season starting. Well, then Golden Tate, the old man that Dave Gettleman signed for an absurd contract, was it 2-3 years, something like that, 15 total million, and it was some absurd contract that Golden Tate signed. Yeah, well, Golden Tate, oh boy, gets even better than Corey Coleman and Sterling Shepard. Got a 4-game suspension for a PED violation. You're telling me that Golden Tate, the man that swore up and down how much he detests people that use PEDs, how much it's bad for the sport, how it's, how bad it is, and how it ruins everything and ruins the integrity of the game, is gonna sit there and use PEDs himself. And then the best part is, it's not like he uses PEDs against the White. No, he gets caught, gets a 4-game suspension, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna appeal it. I mean, okay, cool, you're gonna appeal it, so you're gonna sit there, play the first 2, 3 weeks of the season, and then you get a 4-game suspension. That's how it works. That's how it worked for Lane Johnson when he had his last suspension. He had an 8-game suspension. He played what? The first 2 weeks, sat out till week 10. I think he played the first 4 weeks of the season. Sat week to week 10 or 12. Came back, and the run game just returned instantly. They took a big V out of the lineup and they just ran behind Lane Johnson because he was quick enough and mobile enough to run that offense. It's like, oh, why don't run behind Jason Pierce? Jason Pierce is too old to run that offense, They needed Lane Johnson to be the lockdown right tackle. He's a franchise right tackle right there, and you lost him for half your season. That offensive line is going to have a lot of holes in it if you do not have Lane Johnson in it, hands down. No ifs, ands, or buts. But I don't think not having Golden Tate for 4 weeks is going to hurt the Giants much more than would be having Golden Tate. But these memes, though, have been real mean against the football Giants. I saw this one. It was a live look at Saquon Barkley going into the second quarter of week 1. It's the little video of the little girl holding on to the carousel, and she's holding on to it, and the carousel's going around. She's just getting dragged across the floor. I mean, it's like they have just been some savage memes against the Giants. I mean, do they deserve it? Oh yeah, they definitely deserve it for how bad that team is run. That team is run so poorly. You gotta think, oh, who's Eli Manning gonna throw to if all of his receivers are hurt? Oh, he's gonna throw to himself. I mean, he can only throw about as far as he can run. But it gets better than the memes. They signed the meme himself, Kelvin Benjamin. He literally got cut from the league for being too lazy. He's too fat, too slow, and too lazy. With his talent, his height and his talent he should have, he should be a Calvin Johnson player. Him and Dorial Green Beckham, those guys should just be monsters in the league. But guess what? They're lazy players that don't do anything. That's how bad the Giants have become. That they've relied on a notable slacker. It's the same thing as that they had Eddie Lacy come in. If they had Eddie Lacy come to be a running back for them, just take the burden off Saquon Barkley's shoulders. Guess what? They're rock bottom for bringing Eddie Lacy. But Saquon Barkley, I think the season's gonna break him. I think whatever health problems Saquon Barkley is gonna have in his career is gonna stem from this season. They're gonna run him too much. He's gonna get probably 35 touches a game, easy, 20, 25, 35 touches a game. He's gonna get like 8 catches, 10 catches a game because he only has no one to throw to. Eli Manning throws the ball short. Guess what? He's gonna dump it off. He doesn't have Odell no more to dump off to take the ball up the field. I mean, Sterling Shepard's done for a couple weeks. Corey Cohen's done for the year. Golden Tate's suspended. He's gonna have to throw to Saquon Barkley, and Saquon Barkley's gonna take unnecessary hits that he shouldn't be taking. And it's gonna be a real shame though when he ends up like Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley has arthritis. Yeah, a lot of that came from injuries he stayed in college. But guess what? He has arthritis in his knees, and his career is pretty much done. The Rams are literally bringing in running backs just for him so he can get the workload off. But if you guys like this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you. Peace out, rock on.